what is it that you've had to struggle with that you felt like you survived it? It really could have took you out. Shut up.
In fact, in 2020, the last person I dated, he ended things with me because he thought I was, you know, when people look at me, they're thinking, well, your life is perfect. My life is far from perfect. I've never been homeless on the street, but I've been homeless on friends' couch.
On the couch. Thank you.
Keep the city clean.
It's another episode of Say Something with Cheré, and today I have my girl Priiincesss in the building, and we're going to talk about surviving what I almost surrendered to. Surviving what almost made me surrender. There's things we go through in life, and we just don't think we're going to make it out. But yet again, we do survive. So I want to hear what Priiincesss has to say. Meet me on the set. I told you my girl Priiincesss was here in the building. She's going to talk about what she survived, the things that almost took her out, but she survived. So help me welcome my girl, Priiincesss. Thank you for being on the show, Priiincesss.
Thank you for having me.
I haven't seen you in like 100 years.
I know. It's been forever.
Forever. I think it was
Your wedding.
my wedding. Yes, the wedding. The wedding, which was amazing.
It was
total
beautiful.
fun. Whole party.
Yeah. You danced the whole night. You changed your shoes. You was dancing.
I remember the shoe. Oh, I really wanted that. That's all I wanted was a party. Like, listen, I don't care about the tablecloths and did you order chicken or fish? Like, you can have both. It's a buffet. Just go get what you want. Like, eat your dessert first. Don't wait for the cake to be cut. It was, yes.
Yeah, it was your day, and it was beautiful.
It was
Congratulations again.
Well, you are now married
I am.
and a mom.
I am. Last time you saw me, I was not a mom. I
No.
was far from married.
Far from it. Even talking about how the dating scene was
Yes, I was
whack.
so single. I mean, I was so single.
Then you started manifesting, though.
Yeah, I did.
I believe in manifestation, and you can manifest, but I don't think I've ever seen it actually happen or known someone who literally, like, I watched you begin to manifest things live and in color on social media.
Yeah, I can give you a list of things. I manifested my dream car, my baby, my husband. Like, I've manifested a lot of things.
So did you, when you manifest, are you like literally praying? So first of all, are you religious Christian?
Yes.
Okay. So are you praying every day for those things? Or you have your mantras or motivational that you say in the morning?
Well, I pretty much decide I want something, and then I will tell God, this is what I want, and make it happen. And like, I know there's different ways to manifest things. For me, I just like to just speak it into existence and just align with it. Like, for example, like in 2020, I've never known if I wanted a baby or not. I've gone back and forth. And in 2020, when COVID happened, my godson came to spend 2 weeks. I don't know if you remember. 2 weeks with me.
Godson.
And I was a mom. I was a mom for 2 weeks, and he came back for another 2 weeks. And I noticed all the love, you know, he brought in the house. He was so cute. He was so fun. He was 3. And I was like, I want a baby. I decided I want a baby. And from 2020, all I talk about is a baby.
You did.
I even when I got like this, I have an Airbnb in my house. And a guest left a little dress, a little baby dress. And she has it, now she can wear it.
Wait, she left it for you?
No, she just left it. She forgot it. I guess she forgot it. I said, hey, you left a dress. You didn't want to stop and get it? She's like, no, don't worry about it. I was like, okay. So I hang it up in my office.
Nice.
And I was like, I've always wanted a girl. And I was like, I put it in my office. And 2022, I've had conversation with my doctors. I was like, you know, I'm 35. I need to start thinking of, you know, how I'm going to have a baby. If life, I want options. And I went to freeze my eggs. In September 2022, I talked to my doctors, and I was supposed to go in and, like, you know, the testing to see if there's eggs to freeze.
Yes.
And then the end of September 30th, I met my husband.
Shut up.
Yeah.
Now that was quick.
Yeah.
Even when your husband came, I'm like, no.
Yeah, that happened overnight.
She did not.
Yeah.
No, Priiincesss don't got a boo. I even called. I think I text you and inbox you.
I was on
like,
Bumble. I was on Bumble going through it.
Wait, you found him on Bumble?
Yeah, we met on
Or
Bumble.
he found you on Bumble?
We met on Bumble.
Shut your mouth.
I was on Bumble. I was like dating, and my setting was very specific. I'm ready for marriage. I want a baby tomorrow. I think I said yesterday. I want a baby yesterday.
Which normally scares men off.
Yeah. But men will still reach out to me that wasn't ready for marriage or babies. In fact, in 2020, the last person I dated, he ended things with me because he thought I was kidding when I said I was ready for marriage and I wanted a baby. So once I say I want something, I'm focused on it and I'm aligned. So everything I will do, if it doesn't align, then I'm not doing it. Same thing with my car. 2018, I purchased an electric car, and I'm like, and then I set my mind on a Tesla, and I got my Tesla October.
You got the husband, the baby, and the Tesla.
And the Tesla.
In
my house. I manifested
my house too. Well, I remember, I remember the house too.
Yes.
And I'm like literally sitting here watching you, like literally everything this girl say. Because
everything
now,
I say comes to life.
Hearing you say like, well, I just tell God what I want, and basically you believe for that.
I believe
okay,
for it,
so I be talking to you though. I be talking to you. We be right here.
Yes.
And I feel like, okay, I'm doing something wrong. Am I not? I do believe. So but I always think back to you. When I even hear the word manifestation, I think back to you because that has truly been your lifestyle.
Yeah, that's been my life,
And you lived it out loud like, it's gonna happen. This is gonna happen, and I'm gonna get this, and I'm gonna get this.
And it happened. It happened every time. And it's funny. It's not just the things I want. It's just all the little things. Same thing with my cousin. I remember when she moved into her salon. She had a really small salon. And I told her next time you're gonna have. Well, I said you're gonna have a bigger building with your name on front and a bunch of chairs. And in this year, 2023, because I was pregnant. She got a much bigger salon. She has 6 chairs in the salon. And I remember when we went, I helped her set it up, and I told her, this is just the beginning. She had a small little cute little studio, it was like a little square. And it's like it was just her. I'm like, this is the beginning. Now she have chairs, she have stylists in there, she have barbers. I'm like, this is just the beginning.
Shut up.
So the thing is, I think I believe in myself, and I believe God created me. I feel like God already give us every single thing we need to get the things we want. I like to say God is the creator, but I am the builder. So he's the architect and I am the builder. So he created the floor plan, and I just have to come in here and build every day.
Oh, I love
and everything
that.
I said, I'm building and building, creating my own foundation.
I love that. Now, the other thing about you that I love also, one, you're so young. I didn't even know you were 35. I thought you were like a teeny bopper.
No.
Oh my gosh.
I'm old.
You're not old at all. Your pivots. You are not afraid to pivot.
Oh, no.
Since I've known you, Priiincesss, you've done 5, 6 different things. Like you just roll with it.
Yeah.
I just pivoted coming out of 23. But I was always like, okay, I'm gonna do this, but now I need to prepare my following. So I need to do this first, and then do this and do this. And then God would bring your face back to me. And
oh, really?
Yes. No, like Priiincesss went from blogging, photographer, then she was highly on stock.
I was coaching. I was teaching the stock market.
You was like, I'm not coaching no more one-on-one because y'all wasting my time. Like, yeah, you're doing stock. Then you were juicing. Then
now I'm still juicing. I'm still juicing. Yes, that's what I'm focused on, juicing.
Okay, but no, now you're also a TikTok creator.
Well, that's part of affiliate marketing.
Yes.
So right now I'm focusing on juicing and affiliate marketing. So I make my money with digital products in affiliate marketing, which align with my juicing because like my juicers make me money. Everything I use, what I'm wearing, my jacket, that's probably why I have the jacket on. So it's all aligned, but my main focus right now is juicing. That's coming. See, the thing is, I think what people doesn't realize is I have built my audience based on like sharing my life, sharing what I love, sharing all my pivots. So I have been blessed. I'm very grateful. My audience normally pivot with me.
Yes, that's the thing that's so attractive because I'm like, I feel like, okay, I'm going to lose people. They're going to be like, she all over the place. And even in coaching, it's kind of like we tell people, or even coaches say, you know, find a niche, find something single. But it's like, no, I watched Priiincesss go out. Sometimes I was like, what is she doing today? But the pivot is so smooth, though. And it's so, I think it's organic.
I really feel like I wake up one morning, I was like, I don't want to do this anymore.
Yeah.
I'm going to do this. That's not smooth.
No, that's very smooth. Because you show up so matter-of-factly. You show up and say, yeah, I'm not doing that anymore. Now I'm focused on juicing. And so here are my juices. If you don't show up and say, I'm working on this, I'm working on that. You show up and say, here's my ebook for your juices. You want to do this. And the next day is here's 10 ways to lose weight. And here's a summary. It's like you just go right into it. So there's like not a pause or a moment of uncertainty. So now we feel uncertain because we don't know where you at.
But that's because I've already done it with myself. Like, my audience, at the end of the day, I share what I'm doing, but I have conversation with myself. I have conversation with God. And normally, like I said, if it doesn't align with what I see for myself, there's no point in continuing to do it. And it was the same thing with photography. When COVID happened, before we come into 2020, I was already having conversation with God. Like, I don't want to be outside taking photos every day. I don't want to align with showing up to make money. And I was asking God, what is my next move? Normally I'm having conversation with God before I make the move. But I think when COVID happened, COVID was bad. COVID, and we went in the house, and I was like, this is my sign.
Yep.
This is whatever business you want to do, throw away the whole business.
Yep.
And I pivot. And my focus is actually where I'm at right now is what I wanted. And I wanted to prepare myself. I was to say, when I have my baby, I want to be home with my baby.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to show up anywhere. I don't want no obligations. And that's actually what I have. And if I had my baby pre-2020, how I was going to go to shoot?
Yeah, this is true. This is so true. Now, your husband, is he in the States?
Yes. He just started a full-time job.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm the morning shift, I'm night shift, I'm day shift. While he used to do the night shift, and I take off in the morning, but now I do all the shifts.
Because now he's working.
He started working, yeah.
Okay. So, but he doesn't work 24/7.
No, he doesn't, but he works, he have different schedules. Sometimes he works from 6 a.m. to 2. Sometimes he works, I think he's starting like a night shift. So his schedule varies. Is very different from my schedule.
Is he in Atlanta?
Yeah.
Oh, so he's here living. Y'all live together.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Because I was gonna ask you, like, I think you're still long distance. I don't know.
Well, yeah, before I had the baby.
Oh,
yes.
okay,
before I had the baby. Yes.
Okay, so now how is life as you're a new wife now that he's home and you're starting over, kind of like.
By the way, I've never lived with anyone. It's my first time living with a man.
Oh my gosh.
Never lived with him. Never lived with someone. So it's something. I don't think, I watch a lot of listen to podcasts and watch videos. People never tell you, people say marriage is work, right? But I don't think people talk about the specific of the work, because I think, it varies for everyone.
Yeah.
But for us, it's like, one, neither one of us have been married before.
Okay.
Neither one of them had kids before. So not only are we newlyweds, he moved to another country. He moved from Turks and Caicos, where he lived there for 5 years.
That's where I want to go. He gonna come over
Turks
here.
is beautiful. So he moved from Turks. He moved to a new country. We got married. We got pregnant 2 months in, got married 6 months in, and when he moved in August 8th, we had a baby August 13th.
Girl.
So our marriage.
Did you rape him? Did you just tackle that man as soon as he came in?
No, I told him what I
door?
wanted, and he know what he wanted, and we came together.
You said I wanted a baby yesterday.
I wanted a baby, and he wanted a baby. He's 38. So it's like we're ready. Was what are we wasting time for? But we came into this brand new marriage, brand new relationship with a baby. So most of our focus most of our relationship being my pregnancy and a baby. So now we've been thrown to the wolves.
Yep.
So we have to learn how to communicate, which is our biggest issue, learning how to communicate.
Oh, yeah.
So literally the other day we create a list of things we need to learn how to communicate on. And it's been communication. That's been the biggest challenge for us. Because we're so focused on baby.
Yeah.
Making sure she have everything she needed. We new parents, we lose our minds. She coughed, we're losing our mind.
Yeah.
She had a cold, we run to the emergency room.
I know the
And
new
then
babies.
we was in the car calling the nurse. She's like, just go get some nasal spray. And
It'll be
like,
fine.
Are you sure? So we've been on baby mode, baby everything. So now we going back and trying to put some focus on our marriage and our relationship. For our 1 year anniversary was just passed. I was like, I want wedding pictures. I want a mini getaway. And we did that, and we got to have conversation with no baby because she was with her godmother.
Okay.
So it's a lot, and keep in mind, we haven't moved, so we still in my house. So, and when I bought my house, my goal was that was just a starter home.
Yes.
It wasn't a family home.
Right.
So now the goal is to buy a house this year.
Okay.
Maybe September-ish, but I wanted him to start working first so we can move into our home. So life is going to change again when we move, just me, him, and the baby, because there's Kirkland there. We have our extended family downstairs. So it's been a house full, a baby, and us trying to navigate this brand new marriage. Brand new relationship.
Would you do it different if you did it all over again?
yes and no. It's hard to say yes because I have my baby.
Yeah.
So,
Yes.
you can't go back and undo things. If you do, some things won't come back
Yes.
the same. So, no, but if we're being real, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we will spend, I think the plan was for us to really be together for about a year and possibly get engaged somewhere along the way, get married within 2 years, and then talk babies. Maybe a baby will have come along the way, but 2 months was early. It was
But
early.
you got what you
It's
wanted.
crazy.
You got what
Yes.
you wanted, and you got
Yeah.
her. I say all the time too, like, oh, if I would have went off to college, I would have never had Karina. You know, I wouldn't have had a baby. I would have been this prior my career. Then I think back and I'm like, but I wouldn't have Karina.
Exactly. That's all
So,
it comes down to. I wouldn't
yeah.
have my perfect baby.
Yes, and she's amazing.
She's amazing.
So now, first of all, communication is going to be forever. Okay. I love that you said that. I mean, I've been married. Patrick's my best friend. Been best friends since junior high school.
Yeah.
We got best friendship down pat.
Mm-hmm.
The marriage part, we still be like, what? Like, it's still, and it's not even just communication. I really think it's comprehension is the key, right? Because it's like you can communicate all day long, but
until
if
you turn
I don't,
blue.
yes, but if I'm not comprehending what you're saying and you're not comprehending me, we're not getting anywhere. So it's a matter of trying to take the time to say, okay, let's just see. Now, same thing happened with Patrick and I. We both were in previous marriages, and though we've been connected, never lost connection, even when we were married, other people, when we both got divorced, it was like we were immediately together, like, okay, we don't need to play. I know who I want.
Yeah.
And we got married, and it was like, okay, the Patrick that I was in love with since middle school, this is a grown man Patrick. This is a different Patrick, okay? And I'm a different Cheré, and so
Yeah.
we're learning that as well. And I'll be sitting back thinking, like, should I kind of have waited to marry? And I'm just like, why would you? You're gonna be learning each other.
At the end of the day,
forever.
you will have other issues to deal
Yes.
with, other challenges. So, I mean, timing is everything.
Yes.
God has, like I said, I feel like God has, my plan is somewhere already in a book somewhere, and I'm just playing it out. So, I'm happy. I have a great husband. He's very supportive. He's very hands-on. Like I had a C-section when I had my baby, and I didn't change the diaper maybe 3 weeks in.
Come on.
So he was, I didn't even know. I still don't know how to swaddle.
Yeah.
So he was the one. He's very hands-on, and now I feel bad for him now. He started working because I get to spend all day with my baby, and he doesn't get to spend as much time like he used to. But I'm glad he did start working until 6 months in.
Yeah.
So we got to spend a lot of time with her.
Yeah.
We both got to spend all of our days with her.
You could tell the pictures, what you share on social media, the way he holds her and
Yeah.
coddles her. I'm
Oh
like,
yeah, she's already a daddy's girl.
melted. She melts him. He is
Yeah.
a big giant, and she melts him already.
You ever see the little babies, the reels, like when the daddy walk in the room, they're like shaking the little legs? That's her.
That's
When she
her.
said daddy, she starts smiling, she starts shaking everything. Yeah.
She is so gorgeous. Now, being a mom, first wife, you're going to be learning that for a long time.
Girl.
But let me ask you that, though. Do you foresee yourself doing, like, marriage retreats and stuff?
Me?
Yes.
Girl, no. Well,
how do you think
like
you're
going to retreats?
Yeah, going retreats, like being around other married couples. Like,
Oh, I do want that. Yes,
Okay,
I
okay.
do. I do. Actually, that's one of the things I said because I said like we don't have like all of my friends are married, but we don't have like we don't be around couples. Like, and I want us to start getting like his best friend is married. Every once in a while we'll get together, but I do want us to like go do couples things.
Yes.
Like, yes. I just saying if I want to host retreat.
oh, yeah, no.
Yeah, no.
See, I might have just put that in your life.
No.
She can manifest that next. So accomplishing all of this, manifesting all of these things, and it comes to pass to us. It looks easy. It looks amazing. As I told you, I'm sitting here and I picture you when I'm going through my imposter syndrome or trying to be perfect. What is it that you've had to struggle with that you felt like you survived it? It really could have took you out if you would have surrendered to it, but you survived it.
Girl, it's a lot, but I will feel like moving to Georgia, because I moved in 2009, and when I moved there, I didn't have a job, I didn't have anything. I had broke up with a boyfriend. I was practically homeless. I was living on Kirkland's couch.
Oh my God.
And Kirkland said he was moving here, and we moved there. And since we moved there, it was like pretty much downhill. And funny thing
From
is,
where?
From Florida.
Okay.
From Fort Lauderdale. When we moved there, it's been downhill, literally up until 2016. It was people. I don't think people understand when I say this. Like when I bought my house, I had 13 evictions on my name.
I heard you say that in
I say that quite often. People was like, how do you have 13 evictions? I did. It wasn't like I was evicted 13 times, but what I didn't know, I don't think people know, every single time you get evicted, like they file an eviction on your name, it's added to your record.
Yes. Oh,
So,
just for them filing.
Yeah, just for them filing. So there was time we had to move out, and there was time we were able to pay.
Okay.
Right, but they filed because it was so late. So, and when I purchased my house, I had to go to 3 different counties. Yeah, I had to go 3 counties. I had to go to court to get them to remove them.
Oh, do they remove them?
Yeah,
easily?
I had to go to court. Like, but the ones, because it was only one that still had a balance.
Oh, okay.
Because
okay.
majority of them we did move out, so some of them would just file. So if they were filing almost every month, every couple of months, so it was a lot. So I had to go to court. I had to go see a judge. I had to 3 different counties to close up my house. So, and it's funny because like that's what I wanted. I wanted my own house. That's been my dream. I need a house. I'm tired of going from apartment to apartment. I'm tired of being like there's been time I've never been homeless on the street, but I've been homeless on friends' couch.
On the couch, yeah.
Yeah. So that's one thing. Like, when people look at me or some other people's life, they're thinking, well, your life is perfect. My life is far from perfect. And to get here, I've sacrificed a lot.
Wow. Well, you sacrifice a lot. What you mean?
Everything. I've sacrificed literally my well-being. I've been to the point where, like, what am I gonna eat? Where am I gonna sleep? And and I remember coming home. There were days I would come home and I'm like praying, God, don't let our stuff be outside. You know how when people get evicted, like don't let our stuff be. And I would be very paranoid, like don't let our stuff be outside.
Wow.
Yeah.
And this is just you and Kirkland?
Yeah, it was Kirkland and I for a very long time. Prior, I would say 2010 into like maybe 14, 15, we had a lot of friends.
Okay.
It was like a house full of people. But then over the years, from 2015-ish, it's been Kirkland and I.
It's just you and Kirkland.
Until now.
So you literally had a rough life. When you started talking about finances and stuff, you literally was in the midst of cleaning up 13 evictions, getting ready for your house because you already had been through that.
When I bought my house, my credit, I work on my credit to buy my house. I closed on my house January 2020. So I spent 2 years working on my credit. My credit was 420.
Wow.
420. And I raised it to like, I think when I bought my house, it was like 620, 6 something. And then I brought it to like 700 after buying my house. But my credit was in the ground, under the ground.
So you were so young going through all of this.
Yeah, I moved out really early. I've been on my own since I was like 16.
Wow.
I was like, last 2 years of high school, I was really young when I moved out.
So I guess it would be, I want to ask you, like, what was the turning point where you said, I'm tired of this, just going the evictions and not having and just thinking that, because you're still young, but like, what was the turning point for you?
Well, I wouldn't say it was a turning point. I've always been trying to get better. Like I'm always working on myself. Like I'm always looking for a better job. I'm always looking for more. Like when I worked my last job, I worked there for 5 years. And when I got that, because I worked everywhere, girl. I've worked at everywhere you can think of. So I was looking forward to make more money. So I won't continue to be in this. So I've always been trying to pull myself up and pull myself out of it. But I will say my last job, I worked there for 5 years. When I started that job, I started my business and it was starting doing okay. And I was like, I'm going to work here for 5 years, I think. And that's what I said. I ended up working there for 4 years. I quit my job in 2018. And that's when my business was starting doing better. But I've done everything. I've been a bartender. I've worked at Target, Walmart. I've worked in an office. I've done everything, Lowe's. I worked everywhere.
You are a hustler. You go get it.
Yeah. Even back in high school, Kirk and I, we used to sell, we used to take our food stamp money and we would buy candy and sell it in school. So we've always been trying to I'm always trying to better my life. So there wasn't a turning point because life is just always, knocking me down. So I'm always pulling myself back up.
Perseverance.
Yeah. So
when you got this house, I also noticed that I watched you work your way up. Well, not just me, we all. If you follow Priiincesss, you watched her. It's an inspiration. It really is.
No.
So you got the house, and then another thing that just made me smile. I feel like a big sister, right? I'm like, when you said I want an Airbnb, and then you turned. I got the studio, the content studio, and then you turned the garage into the photo shoot shop. But then you turned around and turned the garage into an Airbnb.
Yes.
Girl.
But remember, I stopped being a photographer in 2020. So it was like I didn't need a photography studio in my house. But like, we're not gonna park no car in that garage and let it waste money. So we transitioned the whole garage. We turned it into like a mini apartment. We added a bathroom. We put like double doors, and that pays the bills.
So smart.
Yeah. So I think one thing that helps me create all the different things is I don't want to be to the point where I'm getting evicted or I'm getting, I don't know, foreclosure on my house. So I'm always looking for ways. Like I've learned my lessons. Never rely on one stream of income, because there's all the streams will not be streaming at all times.
No.
So if one is not streaming, at least I have this to fall on. I have that. So I always have a backup in ways to make money.
What do you speak to, or how do you speak to starting a new venture to someone? And it's a slow start. Like I remember when you got on TikTok. It was a slow start for you. So I follow you.
It's
and
still
you
a
just
slow start, but I'm still posting.
You kept showing up. Yeah. But I look, you got the same as followers as me now.
Yeah. And I used to watch those videos, your couple videos. It'd be so cute.
Now we've been lazy with TikTok. We're coming back. Don't worry. But I watched that. And I know for me, people ask me how do you just start something and it's new and it's slow. And for me, I'm over. I don't really focus on the follows and things of that nature, because you can make money on social media with little as 300 followers, I've seen. So how do you speak to the fact that showing up for something new and it's just going slow? It's like, do you ever get discouraged and feel like, okay, maybe I should go do something else? Like, I don't know.
No. As though it's something I want to do. So if I stop, it's because I don't want to do it anymore. Normally, I've done this long enough to know everything starts slow. Yeah, some people are blessed. They come out of the gate winning, but everything does start slow. But eventually, if you do it long enough, there is no way you're going to be at the same spot 5 months from now, a year from now. So if you keep going, and keep in mind, you don't get better by talking about it. You get better by doing. Good. So the more you do it, the better you get. So you're thinking it's slow, but you don't know what you're doing. You know, there's no way you will be the same spot where you are. I like to challenge myself. I like to say, okay, I'm going to post for 30 days. Actually, that's what happened on TikTok. So I started posting my juices, and I fall off on TikTok quite a few times because I never understand how to really create a platform on TikTok, because everything is like viral. Everything is like on your For You page. Your followers don't really watch your things. It's normally, while on other platforms, you can build a community. That's hard to do on TikTok. Well, I think in November, I was like, I'm going to do a 60-day challenge. I'm going to post every single day. And guess what? Along with me posting every single day, I actually came across TikTok, the shop, TikTok shop. So now I make a full-time, I make good money on TikTok shop. And now I'm like, I post every day. I post everything I'm wearing. I post all my favorite things, and I get sent free things to me every single day. So it's like you have to start somewhere, and you decide, okay, I'm going to give this 30 days, 60 days. And then I'm going to come back. I'm going to remove what's working, what keeps what's working, remove what's not working. So you do have to do inventory. You don't have to just blindly go in and just doing. But if you don't know where to start, just show up.
I like that. I'm big on challenges too. I challenge myself with everything, like eating right. I'm a juice for this, social media, trying new stuff. Everything comes with a 30-day challenge.
Yeah, I love a challenge
for my life. It's the whiteboard and write it down for the 30-day challenge. Now, going forward, what's the new manifestation?
My family house. Right now, I'm manifesting. I want a big house. Like when we bought a house, I wanted, like, it was just somewhere to, my own house, my own, like, being able to purchase a home, because I didn't think it was possible, because how challenging it was to buy the house. Like I feel like when you're buying a home and you're a full-time like creator, like not even like a business owner, a full-time creator, this will make you feel like you can pay for your house. Like they make you run through hoops. Like, you can send them 12 months of bank statements. They still need a bunch of things, 2 years of tax return. They still need a bunch of other things. So it was challenging to buy this house. So I'm manifesting making this process of this new house a lot smoother. Okay. So I want to be able to, I'm not going to say this is going to be my forever home, but I don't plan on moving until my baby's probably like off to college or something. So I definitely want a bigger house, a much, much bigger house. I want a lot of land.
Okay.
I mean, that's one thing when I was buying my house. I'm like, why wasn't I thinking of land? Like, I mean, we look at houses that had so much land, but we just wanted a house, like just a house. So now I'm manifesting my family home. Like, I want a big house. I want a big backyard for my baby. I'm able to put another house on the property. That's how much land I want.
I like that smart way. Smart. I'm thinking about land too. Even like Patrick and I buying our first home. It's like,
nice.
I don't want just our first home. I'd rather buy a unit, 10 units, and then we buy the home afterwards, or buy the land and make some money. So yeah, definitely different ways of thinking of stuff. Yeah. Are you thinking of is another baby, a new baby, I mean,
no. Let this be on the record. No. No, and that, you know, people was telling me, wait, like, cause when I say I don't want any more kids, it's like, oh, wait 6 months. My baby's 7 months, and no, I'm not having another baby. I mean, there's so much they don't tell you. There's so much you don't know. Like, having a baby, it's something.
Yes.
It's from the time you're pregnant. Like, my pregnancy was great. I had an amazing, I was traveling, I was cute. I had the best pregnancy, but I had a very traumatic birth.
Oh, you did?
Yes, I ended up having a C-section. I was in labor for 72 hours.
Oh my goodness.
And I ended up having a C-section. I mean, I was on Pitocin. It was like pumping it in me.
Oh my
and
goodness.
It was really, really hard. Like, I never truly went into labor. Like, they induced me. So it was really hard. I was really and breastfeeding was hard. Like, I've been exclusively pumping for 7 months, and I didn't think I was going to make it. Like, I didn't think I was going to make it past 2 weeks.
Really?
But I'm at
Look at
7
you,
months.
7 months later.
And I'm pumping, 40 ounces of milk per day.
Go, girl.
But it was really hard. My baby wasn't latching. She was a little smaller. Yes. So it was really hard. And I'm like, no, I'm not having another baby.
You don't want to do this again?
And if I were to have another baby, is this wood?
That ain't wood, child.
So I'm not gonna say it. So no, I don't want another baby. I'm good with my baby. I've always just wanted one kid, by the way. Like,
okay.
My husband talk about, like, we can have another one. I was like, yeah, no. No.
Now, I wanted to ask you too. I couldn't wait to talk to you about this because before we wrap up, you talk about the universe a lot as well. Mm-hmm. And I always wonder what people mean about. But you said you believe in God and you're spiritual. So when you say the universe, you're talking about God?
Yeah. When I say the universe, I'm like just putting things in the atmosphere. Like I mean, like I said, I'm Christian. I was raised in a Christian household. But in the Bible, like, when they talk about manifesting, they talk about speaking things into existence. So I don't understand why people like issue when people say the universe. Like, God created the universe. The universe is the world. So you just put it out. The universe is the air. You just put it out in the air and say this is what you want. And the thing is, it's just speaking things into existence. It can be the smallest thing to the biggest thing. I mean, when I say the smallest thing, I remember my cousin was in town and I was like, she break nails a lot. So I was like, watch you break a nail, and then 2 seconds later she break a nail. She's like, it's your fault, right? So it's like you can put anything to the smallest thing to the biggest thing.
Yeah, I believe that. I think that the difference is, or what we've seen is like when a person says the universe, it's kind of like they exclude God.
Yeah.
Like, so when you hear somebody who actually does believe in God and then they say the universal, it's like, and it's like, so, wait a minute. So what do you mean by that? So I hear.
I mean, I do think people think when people say like they're just speaking to like maybe spirits or just craziness. No, like I like to say I manifest. I tell God what I want. Yeah. I hand it to Him, and He put it out in the universe for me because I'm there. So God just like put it in places through people, and then it will come get to me.
And you got little Bob the Builder that comes, God architect.
Yes.
Comes little Bob the Builder.
Yes. Yes.
Well, I have enjoyed you. This has been an amazing conversation.
You're such a great host.
Thank you.
You've always been a great host. You host everything.
I think that is definitely, when I kind of put acting aside, I'm like, my love is hosting.
You're a great host.
Thank you.
Yeah.
And before we leave, though, can't let you leave without pouring into someone. I can see that you love being a mom. You love your wifey duties, your husband. I love how you just pour back into him as well. And I love you for being transparent that, listen, marriage is work, but it's work in different areas. And baby, ours is on a roller coaster. We coming in like this. So I want you to speak to someone in that camera who may be struggling with receiving what they're asking God for. It feels like their life is constantly in the storm. and yet they're asking God for it, but they just feel like it's never coming. So I want you to speak to them.
Okay. I mean, one thing you always hear people say, after the storm, you get the rainbow, right? You get the pretty sky. So at the end of the day, like I like to think, because I'm you know, I manifest things. I believe God, everything happened for a reason, right? I'm looking at you like
I know. Talk to them people.
Everything happened for a reason. So you might think, you know, life is just knocking you down, you know, punch you in the face, sucker punch you every time you turn. But at the end of the day, it's God that's preparing you for something. There's something you need to be stronger for. There's like, the world is crazy. It's crazy. We feel like everything is hard, but at the end of the day, it's God preparing us for the next stage of our lives. And I feel like, even for me, like I feel like I've been on my own since I was so young. And it's like, I didn't want to have kids. I didn't think I wanted kids. I think I'd be a good mom. But I feel like, because of my upbringing, because of how hard life been for me, that will make me a better mom. That make me, like, I've seen a lot of, you know, failed marriages, and I'm like, I want to be a better wife. You know, my past friendship, that failed friendship, different things, a lot of my things I felt that was going to take me out, they make me stronger for the next phase of my life. So you might feel like your back is against the wall, or even in the wall, but at the end of the day, you have to pull yourself up, pull yourself out, and focus on, you know, whatever your higher power is, have conversation, and you will notice whatever's happening right now, you will look back and be like, oh, that's why that happened. I needed that so I can get here. So keep going. Keep showing up.
Oh, that was good. No, that was really good. And you hit on so many different areas. We've been on friendships for a while, that topic, and you know, and I've never seen you with a bunch of friends. So,
but I have great friends. I have friends.
You do.
Yeah.
No, you have friends, but I don't see you just like constantly. Even before we were shut down, I've never seen you bouncing around from crew to crew to crew. So that was, and I invited you to my house, and I don't even bring everybody to my house. So.
Yeah, friendship is it was one of those topics where, like, you just have to find people that for you, right?
Yeah.
It's like when you can show up for you, because I think people thinking friendship is going to brunch.
Yeah.
Right? Like, it's going to brunch, going to party, drinks, have a good time, take selfies. But friendship is when you're in the trenches, you know who you can call, who you can rely on, and vice versa when they need you, like when you have a baby, when you get married, when you're getting evicted. Like, I've been on my friends' couches. Like, that's who pulled me out every single time. So I have amazing friends, and I've really tried to learn to, like, pour back into my friends, and they pour into me.
Good. Yeah. That is really good. Well, you guys, this conversation could go on and on and on, because Priiincesss and I haven't seen each other in forever. And I pulled her out the house, away from the baby.
And I was just telling her, like, I haven't done interviews in a while, and I've been saying, no, I'm like, I haven't seen you in so long. I don't like doing interviews.
No, you so well.
I don't like doing interviews.
So, with that being said, my content creator, Priiincesss has done everything. Y'all heard us talk about everything. She's my personal photographer, but she's very adamant about letting me know that I need new headshots. As a matter of fact, she's even giving me her photographer. Okay, she's gonna make sure that we get these new.
I used to tell people you should get, like, I mean, I get new photos literally every month. I thought you should get at least every 6 months, like minimum every 6 months. Like, you know, I still have some of my, if you go to my website, some of my favorite photos from way back then that I still use, but I always want fresh photos. Like,
it's just like, what do you do with all these photos?
I have a lot of photos.
You do? I
have
know.
a lot of photos. My phone has 60,000 photos and videos, and I'm always running out of space. I hate deleting things. And I just got a digital frame from the TikTok shop, and it has, like, I got to put, like, I think it has 500 photos.
Oh, gosh. Oh, my gosh. Listen, she doesn't do photography anymore. You missed out on that part of her life. But she is a TikTok creator, TikTok shop creator as well. And like she mentioned, juicing is her thing, and she is blowing up with that. It has become a main stream of income for her. And her recipes are really, really good.
Have you made any? Have you tried them?
Yes, I have. No, I've tried one. It was a green one, as a matter of fact.
Was it good?
Yes, it was good.
Okay.
But I don't drink for the taste. Like, I'm a health person, so I am a healthy eater. So I drink for the benefits. So if it didn't taste good, it still tasted good.
You still drink it? Oh.
Yeah, I would drink it. And so Patrick was like, today he had watermelon juice. He's just like, but I just drink it because, hey, once I see the ingredients, it's good for me.
Good.
So I'll drink parsley and all that. So
I can't even do parsley.
Green juices and
I do like to try to make my green juices tasty, because I don't like nasty juices. So I do try to make them taste really good. Because I mean, like I said, my thing is always share what I like. So I do share
Yeah.
good recipes. Every once in a while, I will share recipes. So for like, people with diabetes, you want to pack
Yes.
up the sugar. So I will make a lot more greens. But those are those I'd be like, yeah, no, that probably won't taste good, but go ahead, make it.
It will. The green apples, parsley, spinach.
Yeah.
I do Swiss chard. Swiss chard is actually sweet. People
Yeah.
don't know. So I love it. So I tried that, and I tried a pomegranate juice you had.
Pomegranate juice is so good. That's
Yeah.
my favorite. Yeah.
I tried to eat them, and it's just too irritating to be crunching on them. So I saw you had a recipe to juice them, and so I juiced them, and it was amazing.
Nice.
So check out her website. She has ebooks. She doesn't coach anymore, but there's like a laundry list of things that you can benefit from her website, which is it priiincesss.com?
Yes, Priiincesss.com. That's Priiincess with triple I and triple S. I don't coach anymore, but I do have a community where I share with my community everything I'm doing. So,
Yes, I wish she goes back into coaching. You should do like coaching for a select elite coaching. And you can find Priiincesss on Instagram and TikTok.
yeah.
What's your Instagram?
Well, I am Priiincess, Priiincess with triple I and triple S.
Yeah.
And on TikTok, I am Life with Priiincess.
Okay, I'm like
Yeah.
the Priiincess.
Yeah.
Well, thank you so much for stopping by.
Thank you for having me.
Absolutely.
Congratulations. This show is amazing.
Thank
this show
you
is
so
amazing.
much. Thank you. You are amazing. I just love this glow right here. I still like it. Until the next time, we encourage you to say something.